Hello, everybody. This is literally a short bedtime story. I'm in bed. I'm going to use this weird effect just for kicks and giggles. But this is a story of the sandwich. It don't sound an extremely riveting story, but it's a story, and it's one of my encounters growing up as a slightly disturbed young child. So here you go. My mum used to make Bovril sandwiches. Reason for this is because we never had any money. We were very poor, and a jar of Bovril would last several weeks. Okay, now my mum did the best she could with what she had, and that was nothing. But she would make this jar of Bovril last weeks and weeks. Right. So one day, I gets up for school. I come downstairs, and there's Bovril sandwich. Yeah, for breakfast, that's a little strange, but that's because I want to mix it up a little bit. I was a bit fed up with your Bovril on toast, so I had a Bovril sandwich. I know. I didn't particularly like Bovril in those days, but again, you get used to what you're given, right? So, I looked at this sandwich thinking, oh, it's a bit early. I'm going to go back upstairs, get changed, brush my teeth, do my hair, then hopefully, when mum wasn't looking, take the sandwich, put it in my bag, and maybe toss it down the lane as I'm going to school. That was the plan. I'm a young lad. That's an excellent plan. Right. So I see the sandwich there. I go upstairs. I brush my teeth. I get changed, put on my school uniform, and come back downstairs. There's a sandwich. I thought, okay, mum's watching me, making sure that I eat my sandwich. I decided to take one bite under my mum's gaze, and then hopefully that will fool her enough and I can make my exit. Alright, mum looked at me as I picked up the sandwich. When she wasn't looking, I put the sandwich down. As I put the sandwich down, the plate just slid to the right of me. Now, that was a bit weird, but in the house that I grew up in, that was pretty normal, believe it or not. So I goes and grabs the plate, and as I put my fingers onto the plate, it then shot to the left of me. Okay, I grab the plate with both hands and pull it to the center so it's directly in front of me. The sandwich then lifts up. I would say it lifts up about 15, 16 inches. If you imagine a normal dining chair, an average person sitting there, this would be an adult height in line with their mouth. Okay, I was not an adult. I was much shorter. So to me, this sandwich was around where my forehead was. So I'm looking up, still holding this plate at this hovering sandwich. And the corner piece of the sandwich tore off. The sandwich down to the plate, and that piece that was left disappeared in front of my eyes. I don't know where it went, it just disappeared, as if it was ripped off and put into someone's mouth. But there was no visible person there to actually have a mouth for the sandwich to go into. Freaky, but again, normal for that house. Alright. I now was running a little late for school, so I thought, right, let's go back to my original plan of grabbing the sandwich, putting it in my bag. I goes to put it in my bag. As soon as I put my hands on the sandwich, the plate shot out of my hands, flew across the room, and skimmed my mother's head. So my mum was bending over, rolling up some socks or doing something with some washing, and the plate just skimmed right over her head like a frisbee, smashed against the wall. Little Louis is in trouble. I frantically said, "Sorry, Mum, that wasn't me." She looked at me and picked up several items and threw it back in my direction. Now I thought, forget the rest of the sandwich, I'm going to school. So that's what I did. And when I come back, now this is the strange thing, when I come back from school, my mum wasn't there, but in my plate, in the place where I was sitting at the dinner table, was this smashed plate. Now this smashed plate was broke into exact triangle pieces and was reassembled on the table in the same spot as it flew from in the morning. I'm thinking, that must be Mum. Mum must have done that to sort of make me feel bad about smashing the plate. Okay. Well, I took the plate and all the pieces and I put them in the bin. Brilliant. Went upstairs, got out my school uniform, come back downstairs, and the plate is back in the same spot. That broken pieces. Now, at this point, I'm staring at it, thinking, okay, this is probably a little too weird even for what I'm used to. My mum then comes home, walks in, she goes mental at me. She's shouting and bawling, "I put that in the bin this morning, what are you getting it out for? You've already broke it." So I got another telling off for getting this broken plate out, which I've already put into the bin. My mother's already put it into the bin, but she's still thinking that is me somehow playing games trying to wind her up. Well, that was one of the many things that used to happen in that house. Very strange. It's only a small encounter, but wow. Looking back, I'm surprised that I'm here now telling you this story, because this was one of 1,000, no, 2,000 weird encounters that used to happen in that house as a daily occurrence. So there you go. Just one of my little encounters, the sandwich. That's what we're going to call it. Till to this day, I don't know who it was. I think I have an inkling now. I'm older and a bit wiser. There used to be a housekeeper. Now, this housekeeper used to, well, she used to be into a lot of dark things. But that's a story for another time. But if I was a betting man, it would be that housekeeper messing with me, getting me into trouble. So there you go. One small encounter, but a very odd life for a young boy. Good night. God bless. Sleep with angels.